Hello and welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. I have been telling you about this unprecedented partnership between AMPS Institute and the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service. Guess what? They're getting results. They have been holding youth entrepreneurship retreats all over the U.S. Virgin Islands and in Puerto Rico. And you know what? They're also hearing already from the media. But guess what I heard this past time on this latest retreat in Puerto Rico is that students from our past retreats in St. Croix, St. Thomas, and again, this is our second time in Puerto Rico, they are now working with the USDA. Students pouring into the AMPS Entrepreneurship Leadership Institute retreat in Rincon, Puerto Rico. It's the second time AMPS International LLC, in partnership with the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service have reached out to high school and college-age students to generate interest in the field of agriculture and conservation in that region.
Because life is about relationships, period. They say, well, you should have a good education. Yes, you should have a good education. But if you don't have a good education and you don't know anybody, what are you going to do with it? It's hard for you to get a job. Wouldn't it be easier to get an opportunity or a job if you knew someone at that company? Why would you want to go somewhere and turn in a resume like everybody else?
Our islands are not growing. If anything, they'll become smaller with time because of the upcoming challenges of climate change. So that requires everyone in this room to care.
So when there's a problem, entrepreneurs come up with solutions. When there's a void, entrepreneurs fill the void. Through using innovation, creativity, working in teams, being able to network, tapping into Lewis, who's filled with a lot of contacts and access to funding, it's really up to you.
The partnership between AMPS Institute and the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service, made possible by Chief Terry Cosby and his colleague Vivian Dixon, who helped champion thousands of dollars in funding so students could participate for free. This is a critical venture to generate interest in the field of agriculture and conservation in the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, because most of the food and water in the regions are imported.
My name is Sofia Muñiz Ferrer. I'm 21 years old and I go to Iowa State University. So I choose to came to AMP because I was past national officer from the FFA, and at the state convention they started talking about the institute, about how good it was, and my sister also went here, and that's why I decided to join.
Excellent.
My name is Arisa Sepulveda Vega. I am from Aguada and the school is Dr. Carlos Gonzalez. I'm 60 years old and I came here because James comes to the school and the teacher say, Salisa, you want to go? And say, yes, I like to experience more.
Sure, you're open to learn. Absolutely. Thank you.
My name is Roy Rivera Irizarry. I just graduated from high school and I'm going to college to the University of Puerto Rico at Maya West. And I really like this opportunity that AMS Institute offers.
What's the name of the person who referred you? What's her name?
Miriam.
Miriam. Speak to the camera and tell Miriam, thank you because I learned so much, and express to her what you've learned.
Miriam, thank you so much for the opportunity that you give me. And I met a lot of people. The director of the USDA, I didn't imagine that I was going to meet him. And that's all. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you so much. Good enough. Good enough.
My name is Faith Bishop. I'm from Maryland. I just graduated Frederick Douglass High School and I'm going to the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I'm here because I want to learn about different agricultural systems like around the world, and I also want to pursue a career in farming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming from so far to here. First time in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
I love it, and I'm going to come back.
By night's end, participants were placed in teams preparing for their pitch.
So our solution is to design custom-made garden beds out of recycled materials, judging by what type of plants you want to grow.
Entonces lo vamos a estar realizando mediante muchísimas redes sociales, abarcando lo que son las redes sociales, la televisión, la radio, periódicos y blogs. And we're going to be promoting those businesses using the social media, blogs, TV, and like everything that has to do with social media.
Our slogan is get the help you need in the time you need. And our service is expertise consultant for the farmers and agronomers that need the help or expertise in their day-to-day problems.
Our main goal is to create some types of machines that are AI powered because everyone is using AI nowadays. And some sensors that could tell you about the soil, and some drones that could wake up in the morning like at 7 a.m. and water the crops and everything like that.
Our company's name is going to be Green Hands, and the slogan is from the soil to your hands. This would be a woman-owned company.
After a good night's sleep, it was time to charge up and head out to the farms, leading us to Cafe Mis Abuelos.
You run through it once, just picking only the red beans, right? So leaving all those green beans behind, and then you circle back by the time, because it takes a while to go through a certain area and pick everything that's there. And then by the time you're done with that area, a lot of those green beans that were left behind are going to ripen, right? So you circle back and you do that a second time, and then the third time you just pick everything that's left. That's a very ideal scenario.
From coffee to cacao, the AMPS Institute participants getting a hands-on experience up close.
That's the cocoa bean. He took some that he planted for seedlings and he used those for grafting, so he grafted other varieties. And he left other areas that is just a seedling to see how they produce. So for those of you that don't know, when you're planting from seed, you're depending on the genetics of that particular seed. So you may not know what you're gonna get. You may get this, or you may get this, or you may get something prone to it.
Si es del mismo, como decir, del mismo padre, cada hijo sale diferente. So cada semilla va a ser diferente. Puede ser productiva o no.
The seed can have different, just like all your brothers can be different, right? I mean,
so you went through the coffee farm, you went through the cocoa farm, and they told you what some of their challenges are. And as Juan always say, one of the biggest challenges is what? The workforce, right? That's one of the biggest challenges that these farmers have.
On the return, teams developing their strategies and hearing from ambassadors on how to prepare for the pitch competition.
Now we're gonna see some of the things you can get better.
But the night wasn't over. It was time to learn the importance of not only stretching
Everybody
their
have your phones
minds,
away. Your
but their
phones can be on the
bodies.
table.
When you think about what you went through when you came here, you had to be put into groups, and those groups became business partners and became one business. And so in that business, you all had to go through a lot of stuff, and you had to use a lot of skills that you probably didn't even think you needed to use. You had to use your communication skills. You had to use something that you're not taught in school, which is your listening skill. Conflict resolution. Sometimes you all didn't agree with something. So you had to figure out, how do I get my creativity back into this group, even though I don't agree with what's going on? I've got to speak up. So you all went through a lot of stuff, and you know you were going through it. So you have to be proud of the fact that you started something and now you finished something. Because what we did was we raised the bar for you. And you came to that bar and you exceeded our expectations.
With the introduction of the judges, including two from Alabama, the pitch competition got underway. First up, a team with a business they call Growing Solutions, creating hydroponic systems and customized garden beds.
Our three competitors are Freight Farms, 10th Acre Farms, and Local Landscapers. Different from us, we specialize in three different aspects, while those only specialize in one.
I am a farmer myself, or I've been gardening for about 4 years, and this is something that is needed. Who is your target market?
We want to target everyone who wants to maybe have a opportunity to be sustainable on what is grown or on what they consume. But not everyone can do it because maybe of space, or not everyone has the knowledge or time, or they just don't want to get to the backyard and build a garden. So that's why we wanted to bring the garden itself already built, manufactured. And we want to target, doesn't matter if they're low income or high income, everyone has the opportunity.
Giving farmers more exposure is the idea behind the Team Echo organization.
Echo organization is a communication-based organization that brings value to the farmers and the general environmental community.
The people that we will be marketing to will be the farmers. Why? Because there's like many different little businesses, like agricultural businesses that you don't know about and that need more recognition, more promotion.
So if I'm not mistaken, I heard you guys say that instead of having to look for an applicant, the applicant would find you.
We've got this solution that when you go to the website, you see these people that want to get hired, but in the best position that they can get. So you're gonna be able to not only see their resume, but to tell them what they can get or be benefited in your company.
The company Green for Help, creating an international interactive consulting website for those in the agricultural and conservation industries.
Like AI just answered the questions like right away, but with this app that we have, we can consult with you and we can help you like face to face.
How we're gonna go and find those clients, those people that are gonna be interested on our company? Well, we have social media. Social media is true or key to find those young generation and inform them of our company.
So what our business is going to be is an attribute and an asset for these farmers all across the world. But our vision is to provide a reliable source for these farmers in order to network for their network.
I love that you said you guys wanted to connect farmers with farmers, because all of the education in the world, all of the money in the world without relationships is nothing. So I love that you brought it back to relationships, and I love that you took us through your website and you even pointed out, you know, what you learned along the way yesterday, what some of the farmers were saying, and then you brought it back to how you guys could help. So great job.
Agri AI offering up a solution for farmers struggling to maintain a consistent workforce by using drones and sensors.
Let's start by saying that our business is based and is inspired by conservation, agriculture, and ag. Here you can see our team, and you can see also our logo. In our logo, we have what is a drone, and in the top of the drone, we have some sensors.
We have the chance to change the impact on climate change and preserve nature. Using this technology,
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it will definitely help us at Green Sky. So did you guys think of this idea the last few days, or did you benchmark to come up with this idea for the sensor? Because I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
But is this something that is out there and you benchmarked off of this, or did you guys come together and create this all of a sudden?
so we created this idea. We know that there's drones that do the stuff, but people have to control it. And we created an idea that some engineers can create a sensor, and the sensor is gonna do everything for you, and the sensor is gonna communicate with the drone even.
Great idea. I would encourage you guys to trademark it.
Let's welcome Green Hands.
Finally, the company Green Hands looking to create a connection between the customer and the crop.
It's gonna be a type of U-pick farm. How Juan mentioned, this is seen in the United States, but here in Puerto Rico, we don't have it. So people are gonna go through our farms and they're gonna have a basket just like this, and they're gonna be able to pick up their own produce. And when they do this, the first couple of times people go, they're gonna go and see it as a fun activity with the family. But after a while, when they go to other supermarkets, they say, wait, I'm buying something here, and I don't even know where it's coming from.
Green Hands will be from everybody, from the smallest child to a senior citizen. So for price, we got a $5 per basket. Each basket will have 3 products.
This logo has a hand carrying a plant. This represents improving your well-being by choosing agriculture.
How are you going to deal with the startup cost? Your startup cost is $2,000.
Okay, so actually we searched some grants, and one of them was the value added producer grant that was $75,000, and another grant was the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education grant that will be $25,000 in total at 100, so will be over the startup investment.
First place for the AMPS Institute, Entrepreneur Institute for 2024 is Agri AI.
Great job. Thanks to these opportunities program, we had 3 students that are interested in working for us, and today they're intern with USDA and RCS in the Caribbean. We have one intern that is from St. Croix and 2 interns that are from Puerto Rico. So it is proof that information is power, and it takes results into what we're trying to do, right? These are 3 students that may or may have not known about NRCS, and now they're working with us thanks to the exposure that they have through NRCS and James AMPS Institute. So again, we're looking forward to continuing this type of efforts and continue attracting youth into agriculture and conservation.
Hi, my name is Roy Rivera, and I'm glad that I had this experience because it opens you many doors for your future and your career.
And how was the food?
The food was delicious and really good service. Really recommend it.
The mindset that I'm gonna remember is passion, because I feel like if you're passionate for something, like even if nobody believes in your business, if you have enough passion, like you can grow your business and you can show them that, oh my God, even though you don't believe in me, like I have this passion, mindset, like the mindset of passion.
We were in the last day of the camp, and we stay up at 3 a.m. doing the work. in one of the rooms because we couldn't go outside to do it. And that was one of the most significant experience that I'm going to have. That I have to stay awake until 3 a.m. doing the work and doing the stuff with my roommates and with my coworkers.
One thing that was said at first, if you want to have something that you never had, you need to do something that you never have done before.
It has been a great experience. It's my first time at an AMP Institute retreat. I have been to many retreats and many youth experiences, but this one is completely different. It's unique. It's a unique experience. So my expectations were high. This really out of the water. It was great experience for me. I hope to be able to get everything I learned here to be able to increase funding for the institute so we can look for more funding and so we can do this in more cities for the students. This is something that is needed and is great. So that's my objective.
AMS Institute and the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service is looking to hold its intensive youth entrepreneurship retreat stateside next. We'll keep you posted. I have to tell you, through these AMPS Entrepreneurship Leadership Institute retreats, not only did the students learn more about agriculture and conservation, but the adults did. You know, those of us participating, we learned so much. And now I tell you that, you know, one of the main places I tell kids now is to go into agriculture. Are you an engineer? Go into agriculture. Are you an accountant? Go into agriculture. Are you in the media? Go into agriculture because they have positions for every industry. It crosses, you know, the gamut. So I encourage you to one, consider, you know, agriculture is your next move. You're looking for a change? Wow, I tell you, nothing greater than being out there. In the outdoors, I tell you, that's one of my favorite things to cover are the AMS Entrepreneurship Leadership Institute retreats. Uh, just being in nature, just being in that beautiful environment on a regular basis. I encourage you to keep following AMS Institute. You can always go to ampsinstitute.com to learn more or follow, you know, newsworthy stories. But if you go to ampsinstitute.com and click on media, you'll see not only this story, but you'll see other stories, other retreats. In fact, I know that from another retreat, people have already started coming up with plans for a vertical farm. So these stories are penetrating and they're working, and this message is getting out there. We just need to keep spreading it, keep sharing this story, keep sharing this message. We need more people in the field of agriculture and conservation, and particularly the young people, to understand that this is a major industry that they should consider. Thank you so much for watching Newsworthy Stories. Keep watching for more.